attraction, facility, event, and other tourism activity them. Tune in and be part of the Insai Salone tourism program, where Radio Democracy they bring to you every Tuesday from 4 to 5 o'clock.
Inside Salone tourism program, you dey feel, know, learn, and enjoy all things but tourism na Salone.
Salone final, look the beach, mountain, sea, look with food, weather, culture, natural sights and other one them.
Na dem tia dey show say Salone get all natural tourism attraction wey go make the country get good image all over the world.
And if you want to know more about all tourism attraction, facility, event and other tourism activity them, tune in and be part of the Inside Salone tourism program, where Radio Democracy they bring to you every Tuesday from 4 to 5 o'clock.
Inside Salone tourism program, you dey feel, know, learn, and enjoy all things but tourism na Salone.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the program Inside Salone Tourism, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside Salone Tourism program, now 1 hour tourism discussion and self-tourism promotion and activism program, where they tell you about everything we get for do with tourism from different sides them to issue them where they unblock the sector, and we can host different people for talk about their issues there, so as way for push the sector go before. For today in edition, as Salone, they welcome over 1,200 people them where they come up from Hungary, when Budapest, and we look at the impact of the Budapest Bamako to Freetown rally. What in this go mean for we country and how we country for receive them. This make we get the chairman for Center for Tourism and Awareness, CAPT, where they are today for giving more updates. But what in this mean and how we can play real role. For this, we get Nabi Musa, where they will twin at the studio. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good afternoon, Jeff. Good afternoon, Australians. It's a pleasure.
Plenty thank you for joining me today inside this edition of the program. Family members, and yourself for the listen to it from wherever they get it from. You can be able to be part of the program by where you go. Use the number 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981. And you can also join the conversation now with Facebook and YouTube page by way how you go use the comment section for make your comment and contribution, ask questions, but the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Inside Salone Tourism. And also inside the program we also go for look at other issues around the tourism sector, plus we go take on to how things be entirely when they reach now the lonely end point after all their journey. And but first we'll start with Nabi Musa Bangoa. Nabi, again, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Jeff.
I suppose we're into the tourism space for long term. This thing about Budapest, Bamako to Freetown rally, for a tourism space like Sierra Leone, what do you mean for we?
Thank you very much. I think it will be very interesting for people to have an overview as to how we come about for get the finish line in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Budapest actually started way back in 2009 when we get the Paris-Dakar rally. But unfortunately, after 30 years of the Paris-Dakar rally, in 2008, there was a threat with Al-Qaeda and Mauritania, one of the axes. So just a day before the rally start, they stopped the rally there. So what happened, they transferred the rally from 2009, Angola, South America, till up to 2019. But from 2020 to date, the rally is in Dubai. However, As I say, this rally started way back in 2004, tribute to this Dakar, Paris Dakar rally. So, and it is very, very important because it highlights a destination, especially I would say the finish point. For Sierra Leone, we come into the picture clearly in 2020. From 2020 to date, we don't host 5 rallies. This 2026, we come on the 8th, and it done yesterday on the 9th, make we 5 recipients for the Bamako and Budapest Bamako rally. Normally, what it happen, they get a route within the use. The rally they start from Hungary, the capital city, Bamako. This year, we get up to 352 vehicles, inclusive bikes and all that, with participants of 794 approximately.
We don't come.
We come on the 8th.
Yeah.
We arrive on the 8th and left first on the 9th for go back. Now 2 batches. That's the first batch. We'd expect the second batch on the 5th of March. They arrive and left on the 6th of March. The first finish line, Nabure, has been the destination. And the next day, when they arrive, the first day, the next day, the finish line, when at the completely finish line, na Lumley Beach, then at Jigibonta car park. So then 2 destinations, then 2 communities here. What did that one day mean for this country? It's very important because the economic activities where they take place, the interactions, the cultural exchanges, the job creation, it is inestimable. And this, as I say, it highlights Sierra Leone as a tourist destination because it gives the confidence on international travelers that yes, Sierra Leone, then they host the Budapest Bamako rally, and we expect a lot of people for come every year for me to come see this destination. This is going to complement the efforts of the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and the National Tourist Board on their proactive, consistent marketing internationally on all the fora of marketing. So this Budapest, economic benefits is so important. But for now, this is just an overview as to how this Bamako finish line to Freetown, Sierra Leone.
So you mentioned about the journey from Paris, Dubai, Dakar, and things like that. How Salone come into a picture like this, where you don't mention countries like Paris, Dubai, another one there, and then you begin to turn attention to a small nation like Salone?
As I say, there are 2 things. There was the Paris and Dakar rally, where we have now the Budapest Bamako Freetown rally in tribute to the Paris Dakar. How this route of the Budapest Bamako and Freetown as the end line, how they go? Then they left Budapest, go to Spain. From Spain, then they go to Morocco. From Morocco, then they go to Mauritania. From Mauritania, then they go to Senegal. From Senegal, then they come Guinea. From Guinea, then they come Freetown, Sierra Leone. And this rally started on the 23rd of January 2026. So you just look at the date gap from the 23rd to the 9th of February. How many times they pass along any of the points there wouldn't they pass? Then they make significant contributions in that community there. Because when they get there, they get for feed, they get for enjoy their social life, they get for create an impact on the various destinations where they don't touch along this line. So, for instance, now we prepare for the second batch, where they come on the 5th of March and go back on the 6th of March with this route what I don't give you. We expect 203 vehicles approximately with participants of 492. When you put this all in totality, plus the first batch and the second batch, for instance, at Bure Beach, the night at Bure Beach, it creates a lot of domestic markets. It expands the market base of the local people at Bure Beach because They may need for eat, they may need for enjoy themselves, and this rally, it gets a purpose. A purpose now for raise funds, for give to the destination within the church along, help in terms of education, in terms of health. But besides that, at the point where they take the rest, at any interval where they move along this axis, especially the finish line, which is Freetown, Sierra Leone, Bura Beach and Jigibont are Lumley, the impact in terms of economic generation, employment, because for that day, a lot of people, when they do business, they have to expand their employment base for cater for 792 approximate participants for the 8th to the 9th of February. So, for me, as I said, the most important thing, it highlights Sierra Leone as a tourist destination. And this is what we are yearning for. Because for some of us, we believe the tourism sector can turn around the economy of this country with huge revenue generation, that is foreign exchange. You talk about the dollars, the euro, the pound sterling. So, and the confidence building is the most important thing for people in come like a country. So this rally, anytime they come, as I say, from 2020 to 2026, and now we don't get a very good news. From 2024 to 2034, which is 10 years, this rally, they get an end product, an end finish, now end line, now Freetown, Sierra Leone. And this, it come out about with we'll get with theme for this year, 2026, culture and creativity. So it get a long way for promote with culture and creativity. For instance, when they were at Burebit, we get a lot of cultural dancers, where people in the show their talents. And it was very, very amazing for let's see how the white people, they mingle with the local communities, they dance with culture. Why they say they come, they expose their own culture. So
we go come into how tourism authority then for use that one day for leverage on the tourism team where you talk about culture and creativity, because we know what's on the happen and how much interest and how much work on to go into things there like this. We will come and assess if whether then one day are not divert the attention of the tourism team for the year 2026. Now, you don't see this thing since 2020 to now. How you go assess what's on the improvement or still a lot of challenges?
Definitely, both of them are evidence, because whatever you do, we cannot be perfect, but tremendous improvement in terms of receiving our guests based on past experience has been taking place. For instance, and in 2024, we had a confession by the head of the participants that ever since they started this Budapest, Bamako, Freetown rally, that was the most amazing reception they ever had. So what's happening? The president take opportunity for trumpet that as well. Dr. Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, that one of in 3 areas of concentration in this country, we talk about education, priority, agriculture, and tourism. So he feel proud for make people a huge crowd of people for make them emphasize the reception we then get on the 2024 Bamako rally. It did beyond their imagination. So this is why from that 2024, they don't peg we for receive as the end line up to 2034. So 10 years grace period. So it means we they improve gradually to how we receive guests. And this is not a hidden fact. Sierra Leone, we are hospitable. We let guests, we let strangers them plenty, So that opportunity, they begin to realize them on the time that they come from 2020 up to 2024 when they made the confession. So that don't be a springboard for us, for Law and Shore, so we continue to project the image of this country as a tourist destination. Wherein these people coming, most of them, they are investors. Then they come on this rally, they are venturists, but they have another B plan. That is to say, if they see the atmosphere of investment is encouraging, they will come someday in their quiet time, not within the rally momentum, and invest in this country. Now they enjoy beaches. Why they select Sierra Leone along the coastal? First and foremost, we are strategically placed within the west coast of Africa. And we have the natural resources it takes. We have the mountains, we have the flora and the fauna, we have the sun, we have the sand, we have the sea. So, and most of the, when they pass through terrain there, like mountains, valleys, these are the things
Yes,
where they become attracted with nature. And we have it as a country. And this is why they don't fall in love with this destination as a finish line for the rally.
Okay, now, you don't talk about the positives. What do you think is going to challenge them?
First and foremost, any side where you get a huge amount of tourists coming, participants, the environment is the most important thing with the alarm as to that surrounding. First and foremost, waste pollution, degradation of the land, trampling on the trees or the grass.
You impressed with the work where happening at the beach, particularly for receiving people are looking at how the beach in status be there, seaweed, plasmac waste and things like that.
Yes, we were very lucky because at this time of their arrival, we not get that kind of semblance of the seaweed like I be there today. When you go to Bure, it's one of the fantastic beaches we have in this country. So, and Jigibonta, the car park, it was neatly kept for the purpose of receiving the guests there. So even if you go to Bure, the setup, because there has been a planning committee for the past 1 month as to how strategically for plan and manage this activity. Because if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So therefore, because there has been consistent monitoring to the expectation, because guest expectation is one of the things that's very difficult for manage. But how do you catch up to that? With a strategic planning and strategic management with execution, monitoring the execution. How are you delivering what you're supposed to deliver? So at a point, you get to make some ad hoc changes where the challenges are. But it is obvious that we have a challenge because even in accessing the place, a lot of Salonians are not able to access the place because it could have been fantastic, especially on the first day where they spend the night, for the people able to access the place. But the community, the Bure community, they were so lucky they had it all in terms of interacting with them, over 700 participants on that night, up to the finish line yesterday at Lumley Beach, where people get more opportunities for meet with them people. Another challenge always is this: whenever they apply the city, of course the citizens become affected in terms of traffic congestion. But yesterday it was a bit better because we had, as I say, it was well planned. So while they were coming with these over 300 vehicles, traffic of course a good day, but it was minimal, to the point because there was a plan as to how they will pass within the city. It is obvious that also culture commodification, it will take place. Prostitution, these are all the challenge, the negative effects of what is happening with this coming of the participants. These all get, but if this negative effect are strategically managed and mitigated, the opportunities supersedes them. And that is what we are looking for. How do we manage this negativity aspect of the tourism side in order for get the opportunities we will benefit the development of this country in GDP?
We go come into the aspect of waiting we need for do and things that can done there. But in previous years, they can talk about challenge and improvement. One other thing we this kind of rally, even though it gets goodies where they bring for the country, now that when in the camp, particularly in a overpopulated city like Freetown, traffic in Boku, you follow this. Have been the situation this season?
Yeah, I just highlight that yesterday that was the experience we had in the city, but it was not much. Exactly, it was not like the previous years, because the previous years we were overwhelmed with having these people coming, and we don't know exactly how they're in disposition in terms of the vehicles when we start to receive them. But now, as gradually we become very conversant as to how they come, how they manage themselves, and how one forgets the program, not for disturb the local people. Yesterday was a bit better because you even see there was a mixture with the vehicles where they come with the rally with the local vehicles. So they were able to apply the city. There was not much confusion because this was strategically planned. Yes. So then they mix. So, and these are people, because they want for, that's why the cultural exchange is one of the very key. They are very sensitive. Once they know, say, if specifically they make them to ply the city, they affect the business operations of the local community, they open up. They mix with the other local transports. Once they apply to the destination at Lumley Beach, that was what happened yesterday. So it was not chaotic as it was when we started receiving them, because we are getting plans set so that we minimize the negative aspect of this rally.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program, Inside Salone Tourism, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The time from the clock, 24 minutes gone past the hour, 4 p.m. But then, you self will listen or the watch we now Radio Democracy Facebook or YouTube page. Remember, say you can able to use the comment section of the social media platform for keep the conversation going, and also we listeners themselves able for use the number 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981 for adding a voice to the conversation and be part of the discussion where they carry on in the studio. They turn our attention now for begin to look at how things been talek inside the rally. We go inside the Director of Tourism, Travel and Exchange Program at the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Mohamed Jallo, say the over 700 tourists them will come out from Europe and Africa for circa this year Budapest, Bamako to Freetown amateur rally go help promote the country in culture and develop the country economy. He talked this to Radio Democracy in our interview for circa the 2026 Budapest Bamako rally. For more on this, make we join my reporter Sonia Bell.
The Budapest Bamako rally now one way Salone don't get the responsibility from the organizer in Hungary for host the finish line for 10 years from 2024 so till 2034. This event now one way stranger than they come out for different parts of the world like Europe and other African countries then. Inside and Kigali with Mutokaren for Camp Freetown. And for this make this BNTM, the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs hosts the 2026 Budapest Bamako rally. The Director of Tourism, Travel and Exchange Program, now the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Mohamed Jallo, explain more.
International visitors visiting Sierra Leone as part of the Budapest Bamako Freetown Challenge. This is the world's biggest amateur rally, and for the 6th time we are hosting them in Sierra Leone as a finish line destination. So as usual, this particular event, they will traverse from Europe, North Africa to Sub-Saharan Africa, and they end in Sierra Leone. But this particular one is unique. It is unique because we have the highest number of rally participants that are visiting the country. We have about 800 of them that are coming in.
Mohamed Jallo continue for talk more about how this event will impact Salone.
More impact, positive impact in terms of socio-economic growth for our sector and for the country at large. You know, they will need place to stay, they will pay money for that, they will need place to eat, they will need place to move around once they get rid of their vehicle. So that is very good for the economy. You know, so what we want to do is to ensure that the next time they are coming, we make them stay even longer. Entry was very seamless. We were able to enter, and then they drove all the way to Buga Beach yesterday. We had a night full of fun yesterday. It was so interesting. People were there enjoying themselves, and they were enjoying the beautiful beach net of Sierra Leone, the white sand, the beach, the green mountainous backdrop, and of course the music. We even showcased the local fabric of Sierra Leone yesterday to our fashion. They enjoyed the beauty of our people, you know. And not only that, there was a mini gastronomy. We were able to promote our local cuisine yesterday. So it was very easy. It was full of program. In fact, they even organized a football match for the kids that are there, you know. And you know this type of.
During this Budapest Bamako rally, I be talk to some participants them. We come.
Hungary, yeah, it was a tough road, but it's definitely worth it. So we're hopping into the ocean. Thank you.
Andrew Zebo, and I'm the director of the rally. I am from Hungary. The 2.5 week long journey. It was very difficult, very demanding, but we're here and we're very happy. This is my 10th time in Sierra Leone. I come here like I live here, so I love Sierra Leone. The country is improving all the time. The country is getting better. The people are super friendly and nice. And look, we have the new gate. This is going to be a permanent structure here in Freetown. I'm very excited about that.
From Wrocław in Poland. I'm here second time. Very nice country, very nice people.
Yeah, I'm from Poland. Nice, very nice.
Then Senjaya we come from Hungary, Europe and other African countries them, and for tell Salone people and thank you for the good way how they hold them, and also commend the culture and other fine thing them where Salone gets, and also say then will continue for the come work and the country for get good term from 10 to 10 for the Society for Radio Democracy. Now Sonia Bell and Fenela Edith Something puts this report together.
Well, from the report say the program Inside Salone Tourism they continue. Nabi, you don't listen to that one. Aside from what the director of tourism talk about, we talk about how it go help for contribute to the culture and things like that, and the reaction of the people. Now one way speaks a lot about waiting don't they happen. Apart from the fact that a journey, then 10 days where they reach you for don't tire and things like that. But with waiting and see and how people receive them, they're still glad and they feel proud of this one. What's in this show? But they can't work what on they happen at the tourism sector so far.
Tremendous. It's like what I talk exactly in summary. I am the director of tourism and travel exchange. Director Mohamed Jallo just talk as if we are on the same page, and we are on the same page professionally, because he's a tourism professional as well as myself, with over 20 years of experience in this industry as a tourism professional. So everything about me is tourism, you know. So as I say, it is very, very important, because the way how the planning don't they evolve for the past years make the people become more interested in coming to Australia. I say they don't peg we for 10 years. If actually will not be the improve on with planning mechanism, they could have stopped this program and divert it to its origin when at Bamako. But because what they don't experience in Sierra Leone is far what them that experience at Bamako, so competitively we don't stick them to this destination. So the people they receive this destination as a destination where they see it has the potential. Sierra Leone, in terms of tourism, we are a virgin destination, my brother. We have all it takes for this country. And they always say this with authority. Me being in this sector for now is 25 years under my belt, with very exciting and very participatory in the activities of the tourism sector in this country. Throughout my academia, it's all about tourism. So I get the belief authoritatively with thorough research that this country, the only way this country will turn its economic prosperity sustainably is on depending on tourism. This is why I send the emphasis, particularly to the powers that be, that not only for we make pronouncements with the tourism sector for be one of the umbrella, one of the sectors where the president don't really prioritize. Yes, there has been remarkable improvements during this dispensation that I can say with no fear or favor, in terms of policies, in terms of opening up the space for tourism, for thrive. But we still have problems, especially when it comes to investment in the sector.
Okay.
And that area.
Now, I want to hold it for a bit, because I want to look at it in a very different way. Look at this kind of event. Obviously, we don't show the strength and the weakness of the sector. How much the authority them for looking to the one and then and use them as a platform for build the sector from Insai. They know they get around from. But we will come back after the break. The time from the studio clock now 4:32, and at this point, Famble will pause for a short while, take this break. When we come back, we'll open the phone line and also continue to look at more other opportunities where this event they bring for the country and the tourism sector. The program Inside Salone Tourism they continue, and now we'll take this break.
come on a Salone. We come from England, oh yeah, but we don't run away. We come from better. We people that want to see what we they do. We people that want to know what we they say. Oh, we like we Salone. Oh, now. We find beach, we get with sunshine. Ah, we get fine bubble then. Roller. We get fine TT then. Roller. We get with diamond, bauxite and kimberlite. Better than it. Now for that we take you say. We like we Salone. Oh, we like we Salone. Mama Salone, we like you. Tipo to be man say, the mountain and fever lion. Oh, and we don't see say. Salone not talk like iron. And if we try for labor, we go repeat and repeat. So many people then, when I try me can make peace. Oh, we like we Salone. Salone, Salone. We like we Salone. Oh, we like we Salone. Like that day. We like we Salone. Oh, we like we Salone. We sweet, sweet Salone. We like you too much. We sweet, sweet Salone. We like you pass mark. We sweet, sweet Salone. Hey! Fine bobo, oh yeah, they're fine titi, oh yeah, they're fine bobo. Tell them, they're fine titi, tell them, woo! Capital.
The program Inside Salone Tourism, they continue. 077-981-981 the number you go use. 077-981-981 the number you go use. Family, the phone line door open now. You can call for make your contribution and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program. Inside Salone Tourism, where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. Me will bring council on this edition, Fambul, and I'm Jaffarman Davis for this edition. And Yusuf, where they listen or they watch we, particularly on our Facebook and we YouTube page, you can able to use the comment section of the social media platform then they for be part of the discussion, make your contribution and ask questions. But the different thing then we'll look at inside this edition of the program. I come to you again, Nabi Musa Bangoa, we the chairperson for civil society organization Inside Tourism. But then just to tell you before we go for break, we can look at the grey areas them with the sector as a whole, whether civil society people like KU, the ministries, subvented agencies, them, private sector partners, them. What do you think, say, with all of this, looking at the kind of, like I talk about virgin, the kind of opportunity where it is show say we country get and the potential where the tourism sector gets for this country. What do you think, say, I don't think the way by now we for the work on so that if this festival will continue for camp, because the last time we became from 2022, we talk about 6 years, but now they don't add another 10 years on top. So if this festival for camp, what are the things they will for the do for getting right so that Budapest they ready for tap for Canada Salone on a free tongue. will forever for settle the tourism sector and it be an enviable location for every tourist.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jaffa. You know, I mean, they say government pronouncements will be supported by actions, financially and otherwise. Like in the private sector, there has been a lot of constraints in terms of the people who put money in this industry, in terms of accommodation, you know, food and beverage. You know, the cost of living in the country is very high and very expensive. So even investment is a risk in the industry because we are yet to get there. The domestic tourism will actually for don't encourage the investors them for put their money more so that we will expand in terms of accommodation facilities, product opportunities. You know, they thrive for now because one, the awareness of the local people for manage their lives, them for the move on weekends, go enjoy themselves, but all our go spring from the pocket. So for me, I think the private sector is supposed to take a lead in all of this. And I encourage the public sector, that is the government, for bring on board, yes, the efforts are there, but for add more and make a level playing field in terms of providing incentives to investors, reducing tax or even tax rebates. Some importation for give concession.
Even the airports.
Yes.
The ticket.
Well, the ticket, you know, the ticket is a nightmare. For access to alone as a destination is a nightmare, my brother. But Africa as a whole, traveling within Africa is very expensive than when you want to go Europe, some places, you know. And Sierra Leone, for access Sierra Leone for now, it's very expensive. You know, so even as we speak, we get a lot of diversion of air traffic to Conakry because they have a better ticket cost than Sierra Leone. And when we talk about tourism, we have the 5 A's. One of the A's, which is very significant, is accessibility. How do you access Sierra Leone? And when we talk about accessibility, is the air ticket is part of it. When you come to the country, the destination, the product availability, how can you access them? This is why there is a project where the World Bank they fund hugely with 3 strategic tourist destinations where you get for increase the image and therefore give more opportunity for people to get value of money when they come to Sierra Leone, like the Takugama. Then they introduce a state of the art, you know, conference and beautification of the chimpanzee sanctuary. We have the Bure Beach. Bure Beach, if you go now, even when you go there yesterday, what did happen on the 8th? It was amazing because there has been transformation of the scenery. There has been transformation of even within the Bure Beach itself.
But
you go to Leicester
again. But
yes.
Talk about access and the access for cabin inside. You not think say now the authorities them in the sector for begin they look at the multipliers effect. Say we can make the access to Salone less expensive, and then because of what you're waiting or the tax and the other strategy they will get, we're able to make more people and come inside. When they come inside and spend a lot of money, and then we help for boost the economy. You don't think say then turn at the right time way therefore begin think about moves like this?
Yes, and this is why some of us we are yearning for the Tourism Act of 1991 for be reviewed. Yes, they say the process they on, but it has been long awaited for let us see it to reality. My brother, the moment you start to get chartered flights coming to Sierra Leone, then boom, we are there in the tourism sector. Because when and that's the only time where this country in destination will be popularized in terms of influx of people coming. And the private sector, they play a very important role in allowing the destination for thrive. As you say, those areas where I just highlight, the 3 sites, the Bure, the Takugama, and the Leicester Peak, these are all state-of-the-art destinations which tourism can enjoy. But they are yet to be open to the public because, as I talk to you, expression of interest, they go on for private individuals, for go and take ownership and run them in partner with the government. So it's not, I'm not making an advertisement for the ministry, but this is the reality as I talk to you. They don't advertise. So immediately we have them open to the public, then they add value to the tourism sector. Yeah. So the ministry and other private sector players, me, I'm inclusive. We're there behind the scenes trying to see how we can reduce the ticket cost coming to Australia. It has not been easy for the past years because the airlines then have a caveat where then they play on with it. When you look at the reality, it is true. The number of passengers traveling in and out of Salone is very small. Yeah, and the tax, what really they kill the airline industry or what they disturb people coming to Salone? The taxes, my brother. Then there are taxes where to me they hinder the tourism industry. For instance, if they come to Salone and say for pay $25, you don't come out travel, you don't travel over 6 hours. For pay the $25, not within the terrain of the airport. You have to come out, access the bank, pay the $25, get in again. Can you imagine? It is too much. So people become fed up. And until we open up, we begin to reduce this
authority for the look into.
Yes. Well, like I said, the pronouncement is not anything as we speak, but the actions have to be followed. Because if government really, because those taxes, especially the taxes where they shy away investors or flights for camp, we don't get flights, we don't close up in this country.
Yes,
because the number of people who use the aircraft, they are very small, exposing their cost to risk.
Yes, and also speaking of the taxes, when then people are come from Budapest, so some of them they can take 1 week, 2 weeks, others for a whole month, and like what we don't see, then they put cars them out for auction. What means say the means of transportation for return, in order for me to no other means pass for take flight. If you don't give them the perfect welcome, and then when they go, then get for go through tax and get for go through a lot of ben or here and there for people forget the flight, irrespective say the flight ticket itself get for be another issue. It will create another damping effect again.
Yes, and but luckily these are guys that are well trained. They read widely. They know what they go through in this country. As you say, yes, all those vehicles not all they go again. They get some way they take back home, but some the majority of them they put them for sale here. But before their arrival, they don't buy them one-way ticket going back. And when you are in Europe, if they buy tickets from Europe, it's lesser than waiting a Salone for buy tickets for go back in Europe. So most of them, in fact, I would say all of them, they don't get a one-way return ticket for go back, which is less costly. But the problem now, when they go to the airport, then get tax for go pay, where that tax they mean to me, if government really want this industry for thrive, those are the taxes they for get rid of. Security tax, $65.
Because I'm going to go.
Yeah, 60. So me. If really, yeah, we know we are security conscious now about the world, especially travelers. We don't know who is who, but sometimes governments give a look and say, if I open up this sector, the revenue what they generate is far better than if I increase the taxes where I will get from the traveling massy. This is the problem the airlines are getting. Now people that travel from here, they go Guinea. They pay $100 or they pass by road, then go fly out. When they come back, they fly in a Guinea, then come by road. Why? Because Guinea air ticket is very cheap than compared to Salone. But we don't give them sensitivity there to the airlines. Say this is what is happening. You traveling package, the passengers is dropping. Why? Because people they divert. People, consumers are very sensitive in the market. Very sensitive. Any small decrease, when they get an advantage, they take them than the increase. Even with the pleasure, you go say, come on, just go look a fly out. They don't mind for take that 2 hours, go Conakry, well, at a lesser cost. So these are things we want to see government for really put their feet down. And with the pronouncement for ensure tourism, even encouraging business people for can invest in tourism, give them a lot of opportunities, give them access loans to the bank with a single digit. With a single digit, just specifically for tourism investment, my brother, we need a lot of accommodation. We don't get better accommodation in this country. We are not boastful of a standard 3-star hotel in this country. We don't get a standard 3-star. All you want to say 3-star. When you talk about the categorization of hotel, we don't get a standard 3-star in this country. So if we open up the space for investment for thrive in the industry, give them incentive, give them reduce the interest rate in the bank. Let us have a bank that is focused on tourism development. Specifically, put on there, if agriculture self combine agriculture and tourism, just that bank for only for loan investors with a single digit. Then will they get accommodation improving? Now the ministry and the tourist board, then they go out in the world, proactively marketing Salone as a tourist destination? Do we have the opportunity for open up the accommodation sector? We don't have. Even you go to Lumley Beach, even the facilities we have, the few like the beach with the boast of Lumley Beach, which is the prime. You go there, you want for wet. There is no toilet facility, except you go to the people and the hotel the other side. You go. But when you go to the sand beach, do you have opportunity for team up and urinate with privacy? It is not there. Once you go to the sand or you go to the water, you go urinate. It is unhygienic. It is unhygienic. You look at the lot of waste pollution. These are all things we need to manage so that we will open up the industry.
We don't get a toilet facility, but again, if you get a facility, you not popularize that.
No, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. In fact, as I talk to you, they're not available for now. We need sustainable facilities. When you say sustainable, no time without anytime you go there in the meter. But them mobile toilets where they put there, they are gone.
No, I think this one I mean concrete, but it is outside of the beach, just some meters away from
people don't know. In fact, people
you know popularize how people go use
that's what I'm saying. Put it in a place where you easily identify. If you go get an icon where you don't even get any signage directions as to the availability of the facility, how people go use that? People go to map and wet like the sun, which is not called for. So. And why again that they happen? Because the beach area, which is Sunday, what for don't do them opportunity, their facilities that provide them, they don't occupy them in a way that is not planned. It is not planned. They see structure. What about the people who they go enjoy the sun? The local people when they know go to any bar or any hotel, if they want they have a call to nature, how they will respond to it. You don't have the opportunity because you don't go occupy the place with a lot of bars than the other side of the sun, which really good for this industry, because the purpose there now for access the sun. Even if you pass with your vehicle, if you're able to see the water and the sun, but now there are parts at the Lovely Beach you can't see the sun where they inside
totally blocked.
Yes, so you're not conducive. So all of this we have to take into consideration. In development, sacrifices get for take place. They don't begin for broke Friday. The small place where they broke, they see decency. But why they stop? Why the sacred cows along the beach? Why the book not continue? If government really is trying to pay more attention to the tourism industry, therefore enough preference for it in terms of implementing strategies way beneficial for this industry is sustainability. Because we have the hope for the future that what we have, if we depend on it, we provide for it, and we give the necessary opportunity for let the industry thrive. So Leon, we are good.
Nabi, from your personal opinion, this year is the year of culture and creativity. Yes, they don't launch up, but you think they don't make active step for begin implement and the people that we get for do it, Salone culture in particular, museum, monuments and relics and things like that, they begin get them prominence for do their work fine.
Well, the program according to the calendar, so we are done with January, now we are into February. Last year and the year last, there were activities well planned for the 12 months. So we are here to see those activities for continuing. And this year, this theme, culture and creativity, is very important. It's for the local people. How the people will get talent, how the communities will get them tourist product there, how they benefit, how do you encourage talent for showcase in this country in terms of culture and heritage. How do we do that? The encouragement, the platform. There has to be a massive campaign awareness to the people, and there has to be, the competition be accompanied with incentives. So if you showcase, let's have something like for this year, something to showcase with culture. We go into districts. Now we say this district. Now we have 16. Let's say 14 districts.
We don't begin to do something like that, but you don't think we'll forget a culture and creativity strategy will complement the rest of the months, and because February today the 10th, till Budapest is done, we don't go into March. And if you never forget a strategy of how you can revamp the aspects of culture, because like we were into tourism, we don't understand some. We know some aspect of history and some culture tradition of certain tribes. But for the ordinary person and athlete, how we can able for make when they see certain thing there, like statue, they able for get an idea of what it is. You know, think say because there's a life after Budapest, and if we for improve after Budapest for the next batch of Budapest people away for camp, then one day so culture and creativity need for playing your role where you don't need for ask or you don't need for be stage manage, if for the watch on the street.
Yeah, well, of course there should be a strategic plan, but the minister has to roll it out and create the awareness as to how they want to do. But I'm sure they were overwhelmed with this rally planning. So the whole of January, they are preoccupied up to February, as I say, and now after this one yesterday, now they look forward to the one on the 5th and the 6th. So these 3 months on already, they don't preoccupy their minds because they want to improve on the reception of this rally participants. But it has to go in line with the culture and creativity for showcase. Yes, what happened at Bure, we get some cultural activities will take place, but we have to get some statues, let's depict people who don't do well for this country at strategic locations. Let's have competition. Like Abi said, we have 14 districts. If we can make a challenge for the 14 districts, the district can produce us with the best of the replication of the culture what they get at the district. How do you do it? You have to go into inter-district competition for creativity, whether they create a statue, whether they showcase what you then get in the district.
Where now the one that they make statue, they know they make thing look colorful.
Well, for instance, we get somebody where be very famous, the late man now, you don't go Mako, but I understand in Peking, they now the pipeline. So we need encouragement. Because there are people who get the talent. When they don't see the encouragement for when they showcase their talent in terms of creativity. So the ministry therefore take actually this to the people for understand say this is what we want to do, and there are opportunities, there are incentives if you showcase your creativity for improved support tourism in terms of souvenirs, because these are the things if you provide them when the tourists then come, then go let for carry them, go put them at the parlor for say, hey, when I was in Freetown, Salone, this is what I bought from that place.
We'll not get better time again. In 1 minute, what's in the round-up statement?
Well, I still continue for encourage the government with the pronouncement for be supported by actions in terms of finance, encouraging the private sectors, because the private sector now in at the lead in terms of opening up the tourism sector in this country. Like for instance, we don't do over 1 year for form a tourism federation, of which now a very strategic person because I'm the chairman for the constitutional committee. We don't get the constitution. For the past 8 months, so over 1 year, we still know we will get a national tourism federation. Because if we have it, it is going to be a very strategic player in the promotion of tourism. Because private sector, even in terms of loan, interest, then they give them the opportunity than the public sector. And the public sector, therefore, just formulate rules and regulation policies. So the private sector is the active player. So let's open up the space. Let's do what we're supposed to do as a government, then give the rest to the private sector for thrive.
Okay.
Independently.
Plenty thank you for that contribution there. I think what we brought out the following the Facebook page, but I'm sorry to say my brother, even loans for citizens is not easy. We will talk about loans for private sector. But with that, plenty thank you for we be part of this edition. Family to we listeners and viewers there. Una say plenty thank you for una able for follow the program until the end. Me will bring count on this edition. Me on him Najafaman Davis. Because of time, we'll draw the curtain down now. So my producer Satiu Kalon and also the technical person on duty for today's edition, DJ Cabs. People gonna get to live from a different radio set them. And Fatma Tasama make gonna see we live na the Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. So till the next edition we will come next week, same time, same station. Goodbye.